I think we're live. I think we are. I think we are. This light is like really shining bright on my face.
Oh, look at that.
No, well, I don't even know. I should have just taken a picture of the wood. So we're live. It's almost 6 o'clock. No one's here yet.
That's because we told them 6 o'clock.
No.
So we'll wait.
That's all right. We got time to wait. We'll just sit here and wait. I could do a few adjustments. You're in the picture. I'm in the picture. That's better. Lighting's a little better. Let me see. What do we have? We got 2 thumbs up.
We do?
We got 6 people and 2 thumbs up. 7? Well, hello. How are we doing?
Who's here? Who's here?
We're in quarantine central here in Little Rock, Arkansas. Although it seems like we're the only ones that are doing it, huh?
It kind of seems that
The
way.
roads are busy. You go to Walmart, man, there's a million people in there. But we're doing it. We're doing our part. Huh.
We're doing what we can.
Yeah, we only go to the market like once a week. Cage isn't doing
I made
it.
some masks, and we wear those.
Well, I have a scarf.
Hey, Doug. Hey, David W. and Simply Living. Hi, guys.
How you doing?
Me too. Yeah.
So, I'll tell you to share what our life is doing. I'm getting a lot of sleep. We're doing a lot of eating. Cage is having a blast with my grandson. They're best friends. Darla's got a toothache. I'm coming off of prednisone, so I've got all kinds of joint pain.
We mess.
And other than that, we're doing pretty good. We've been tinkering around on the motorhome a little bit. Of course, I don't film it. I should be, because I'm sure you guys would be really interested. My one AC control in the bedroom was always mounted. It was mounted on the outside wall. And every time the sun shined on that side of the motorhome, the AC was trying to make that room cool, but it was registering like 90 degrees from the sun beating on the side. And it kept frying the controller. So I finally rerouted it through the wall, which was pretty interesting, and mounted it on the outside of a cabinet. And now it works great. Works like a champ. And then the controller for the inverter was down real low, like on the floor. You had to get on your hands and knees to be able to operate it. So I moved it up where the AC controller was. And then I had to find a panel to cover the hole, but it's all done. That came out real nice.
I said I made masks,
Mask, yeah.
and our moderator said Bill needs a paper sack, not a mask.
Yeah. Well, that's Kevin, right? He told me that's what he has is a bandana. It's not a bandana, that's a scarf. Bandana goes around here. A scarf goes around your face. He looked like he was getting ready to go out and rob a liquor store or something.
And Doug said he's laying on the bed watching Helen do the books, and Pooh Bear said, hello, Ark and Saw.
Yeah.
Hey, Pooh Bear. Pooh too.
I can't wait for quartzite. This is terrible.
Kevin says, Bill, tell the truth. If there was nothing wrong with your rig, you would invent something.
Well, I don't have to. I'll tell you what. What's that guy's?
Our Class A living.
Class A living.
I don't know why he watches the guy.
You guys got to go watch this guy, because I'll tell you what. When his water heater goes out, he mounts some kind of a water heater inside of his shower. Anything that goes out on that thing, his refrigerator, he took it out. He bought a couple of those little refrigerators from Walmart. Of course, he doesn't. His batteries are always going dead, and so he's got 2 generators. His generator went out, so he bought a little pull generator for inside the cabinet where the old generator was, and he's got this big monster on a rack on the back. But he's interesting. He's interesting to watch, because I'll tell you what.
And he doesn't do anything fancy.
Yeah.
He has controllers all over the place from extra things he's put on, and he runs the wires straight across.
Yeah, they're just fed into the roof. You can see them. And I mean, every time he stops, he has to flip a bunch of switches and start generators, and instead of when he's driving, his battery's charging.
I think people watch him because they just know one day he's going to blow himself up in the Walmart parking lot.
Well, he almost blew himself up.
He did.
One day he was working on his. He had an airbag. Is like
that guy in Vancouver, Washington?
Washington, yeah.
Yeah, that's who it is.
He has like an '88 Winnebago, and it has like these extra overload air springs. They're like airbag, and one of his airbags popped. So he took his rear wheel off, and he didn't shock his wheels, and he was working on this airbag, and the motorhome rolled forward, and the jack caught the fuel tank and put a great big hole. I mean, the hole was like this big in the side of the tank. And so then he had to call the fire department out, because they had to come and foam the whole street. You just got to watch him. He's an interesting.
Gone South and Simply Living both watch him.
Yeah. He's very entertaining. I mean, you kind of, to me, he reminds me somewhat of me, but I'm the type of guy that I want to keep things looking as original as possible.
Yeah.
When I'm done doing something, it has to look like it was always there.
He's not afraid to try anything, though.
But I mean, this guy, he took his seats out, and he's got a welding rig in there, and he's got a big steel rack behind his head. I don't know. You have to watch him. Very.
And how many subscribers does he have? 12,600.
Yeah, I mean, he's smoking us, but he's been doing it longer too. But.
He has 600 videos. We only have like 160.
No, we're over 200.
Are
we're
we?
like 220 something now. But we're not near as fun. We're old people. We talk about old, Kevin Loving likes us, you know what I mean? I mean, he likes old people. Because then he can make fun of them.
Oh, and Doug says you're a two-bagger.
A two-bagger, huh?
Kevin said he's sitting on his deck enjoying a beautiful day in glorious Arkansas. And how's everybody enjoying socialism? Courtside is totally open.
Yeah, we want to come over and see the Loving Mansion someday. Now that it's almost done. You got the big gates out in front and everything now, or?
South Fork.
Yeah.
Gone South says the electric bike he built is pretty cool.
Yeah, except
we don't think he has any friends.
Yeah, you never see him with anybody but himself.
And he never sleeps.
He's always deprived sleep. Well, I know why, because he's up all night walking around.
Yeah.
He loves to look at his motorhome. You ever notice? He loves to take pictures of it. He loves to look at it. And every time he stops, he's got to go underneath it, check for oil leaks. And that's where I am kind of. I'm kind of a little bit weird about that kind of stuff.
Well, you're just constantly expecting something else to blow.
Yeah.
Go wrong.
Yeah, I got something going on right now. I don't know what it is. I got to figure out what it is. But.
Kevin says he's working on the cannon mounts.
Cannon mounts, yeah. Well, Kate, this dog is down here making a meal out of my toes. Anyway, yeah, pretty funny. Every once in a while, and then I watch that guy, Adventures with Dave or whatever it is. He's got they know who he is?
No, but Gone South said the Class A Living is also a gamer, so there's that.
Yeah.
They stay up all hours and play games. And those are their friends. So
Yeah.
we stand corrected, he has friends. Sort of.
There's this Dave guy, Adventures of Dave or something, and he has an old bounder, and he has a motorcycle, and he has a pretty cool dog, Bella. And I'll tell you what I've been watching a lot of, and I'm seeing a lot now too on Facebook. People are like, they cannot find places to park. Brian,
Kevin shared video about.
Yeah.
They put together a video.
I did talk to Brian, and I offered him a place to stay if he needed to, and he said he's in Nevada, so he said he found a spot. He's going to stay there. So.
How is everybody doing with all this fun stuff? I know Doug's watching Helen work, doing the books.
Yeah, Doug's at home.
Yeah, Doug is at home.
You know, he's got that big motorhome, but you don't want to get the tires dirty.
Doug D, you have no friends, really? What are we?
Yeah. I guess we're not his friends. What'd he say?
Waiting for a response.
How many people do we have on here?
So,
We only have 10. What the heck happened?
I met Dave in Quartzsite, Gone South says. Nice guy.
Yeah, I met Dave there too. He seems a pretty good guy.
Thanks, Dougie. We are.
He hangs out with Aja and that group a lot.
Yeah.
We just kind of have our own little group, huh?
Yeah.
We have Kevin and Doug and Mutant,
Well,
Terry Mutant,
don't start naming people, because if you leave one of these guys out, they're gonna get their feelings hurt.
Dave Rice.
They're all our friends.
I think about we got Steve and his wife.
See? Billy and Brenda and Tracy and Johnny.
Yeah, Tracy and Johnny.
Don't start naming them. You're gonna leave somebody out.
Doug. Did I say Doug? Oh no, he said he wasn't our friend.
No, he said we are his friends. And
Oh.
Helen.
Helen.
Kevin said, I'm staying home because I want to. All the rest of you are being made to stay home.
Yeah, we're
I'm
gonna.
home.
Has everybody got toilet
I'm
paper?
home. I'm Cusick.
I mean, that's got kind of crazy too.
Who says now he's home? He's Quartzsite sick.
Yeah.
This is it.
Courtside I think is my favorite time of the year.
Dougie, who do you mean have we heard? Oh, we did hear from Brian. Yeah, Bill just.
Yeah, I talked to him 2 days ago, and I saw his video where he was looking for a place to stay, and I kind of gave him an idea where he could go, and he said that he found a place. His video was running a day or two behind. So.
Gone South will more than likely be in Quartzsite if the quarantine's over and if the states are not on lockdown.
Yeah. If it's available to be
Hey,
there,
Mary
we'll
Beth.
be there.
Simply Living. This is Steve. I watch that cool cage in Quartzsite.
Cool cage in
I
Courtside.
watched that cool cage in Quartzsite. Steve.
Cage.
Simply Living.
I swear this dog is a scavenger, and he finds pieces of grass and anything on the floor and he eats it. And then you take him outside to do his thing, and when you're not looking, he eats a mouthful of dirt or eats a stick, and then you bring him in here and he throws up.
Kevin says, according to the news, we'll all be dead before we go to Quartzsite.
Yeah.
The lady that lives next door over here, her dad got it. I know somebody who lost their uncle. Don't know him personally. I know somebody who lost their husband.
Well, Tracy.
Not their husband. Oh, yeah. I know somebody whose cousin died. Tracy and Johnny from RV SWAT.
They have a relative that's 40.
Johnny's cousin died from it, from what I understand. And there was one other person who got it and passed away also. But I don't know any of them. Don't know anybody that has it. The lady next door, her dad's 63. But she said he's doing better.
What did we get today? We got some kind of tonic water syrup or something.
Now, you said that. I can't remember the name of it.
It's top hat.
It's got quinine in it. What is that stuff? Tonic water.
Yeah.
Tonic water and zinc. That's the latest touted cure or whatever.
Well, I guess people have gotten real sick, and this doctor he made a video, and I watched it today, and I went on and looked, and I told her, "What do you think?" She went on and she ordered it, and then I went on to look, make sure everything was okay, and then it said it was currently unavailable, but I think we got it. I think we actually got it coming for us because it was available when she clicked on it. But 10 minutes later, it wasn't. So
No gin for the tonic. No poo. But Kevin is wanting to know, anybody who knows anybody who has this? Any of you guys?
well, we know that this guy next door has it. I know people who they have
Right.
family members that have it, but I personally
What about
don't.
the rest of everybody online here, though?
Although Kevin and I were talking the other day, and we both think we've already had it. So, you still think that, Kevin? When I went to Kevin's house when we were on our way here. Man, I was messed up, man, and then when we got here to my daughter's, I was really messed up. And then we went to Florida. We didn't make it to Florida. We got as far as Alabama, down towards the southern part of Alabama. And I told Darla, I just said, man, I can't make it. I can't do this anymore. And we turned around, and I could drive about 2 hours.
It took a long time to get back.
And then
but we did it.
I'd have to go and sleep for 3 or 4 hours, and then I'd drive for another hour or two, and I'd have to go sleep again. And I mean, I was hurting. I was hurting bad. And we got back here, and we stayed here, almost a month, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And
Dougie thinks he had it too.
I don't think we really discussed this much. But then
Hey, Charlie.
we decided to go back down to Florida for that job. That was with what is it?
Kitchen craft.
Kitchen Craft Cookware, and we were kind of working on becoming distributors for them, salespeople. And it was supposed to be RV related, and it was supposed to be all this stuff. When we got down there, man, they had this big, huge display, and I mean, it fit in my truck, but it was my pickup, but it was so heavy, man. And anyway, this virus thing was coming on, and I was on my computer, and I was on the TV, and I was on the computer, on the TV, and I was like, man, this is not where we need to be. And we went in, we told the owner that we needed to take off, and he was not happy with us. And I mean, they're nice people and everything, but I think they value making money over everything else. And I'm just not that way. I definitely believe in the product. Since we came back, we were supposed to get a couple of pieces when we were down there, and we kind of got the, you need to go. So we jumped in the motorhome and split. We came back, I went on eBay, and I got the $1,700 on sale kit for $290 used. And so now we got all the cookware, huh?
Yeah, we're good.
And it works really good.
Kevin
we're not
says he thinks he got vaccinated for it 30 years ago in the Air Force.
Really?
And then Simply Living says we have a close family member who's in an induced coma with it. That's a bummer. How old, if I could ask?
You kind of have to talk to the doctors and make a request to get that medication. They say that people that take that in the next day, they're up and feeling good, and in 2 days they're out of the hospital. So I don't know why.
65.
I don't know why they play around with that. Why they don't just, you go in, you're real sick, boom, hit you with that stuff, and you're on your way home. Why they let
There's
you.
a lot about this whole thing I don't understand. Anyway,
Well,
the longer it goes on, the less I understand of it.
yeah, and I mean, I feel sorry for people that, yeah, most people in this country, they're right on the edge all the time, and then something like this, you can't work for 3 or 4 weeks. You have no money coming in, and you notice how Nancy Pelosi's little pet projects got funded, and some of these big companies, big corporations, they got their dough. But the individuals that pay all the taxes for all this stuff, we're a couple of weeks still out, you know? And I think they should have made a mandatory thing that they took care of the individuals first, because we're always the ones that we work the hardest, we do the labor, and we pay the bills. And when it comes time to collect, we're the last on the list, huh?
Yeah.
Anything else? Let's see, we're only 11 people. I thought we would have had a lot more tonight.
Makio! Hi, Makio.
There we go. We haven't been doing any videos, and the reason is we've been just staying here, and everybody else has gone over to Walmart and showed empty shelves, so I don't know. Has anyone been able to buy any toilet paper? I've been told if I can get over here to our Walmart at 6 a.m., they'll let me in before the crowds because I'm old. And they have toilet paper, but I don't know. We're not out yet, so when we start getting close, I guess I'll have to do that. But I can't. My sunroof is leaking on my truck. I need to pull it out and figure out why. See, like I say, something.
Sunroof.
Yeah, and a friend of mine
put
put it.
an aftermarket sunroof in your vehicle.
No. Anyway, so I can't. I leave it in my daughter's garage, and to get the truck out of the garage, I would have to wake her up at 5:30 in the morning. I don't want to do that. So, and it rains here every day. We're supposed to have some severe rain tonight, and so I don't want to leave the truck out because then the whole inside gets wet. So.
Doug says no toilet paper there in Vegas. Charlie Porch said no notification. I did put it on Facebook yesterday and again this morning on the group page.
What
but
do you
I don't know why it didn't notify you. It should have check your notifications, see if you rang the bell and if you have notifications for Facebook, YouTube stuff turned on.
Can you put notifications on YouTube that we're coming up at a certain time or something? I've never seen that, but it's possible.
You can. I've seen other people do that. But
Let's click it up now. We're starting to get a few people.
yeah. I've been told back home, Connecticut, the grocery stores are opening the multiple packages of toilet paper and selling them individually, limit too. That's good. Doug says it's been raining in Vegas. At Fry's, Simply Living got toilet paper at 6 in the morning. Costco has it. In Wisconsin, I think that's where Pooh is.
A friend of mine told me Office Depot. And I went on there and it had it. And I thought, well, I'll get it later. And a couple hours later, it was gone.
Charlie, check RV Economic Refugees RV group page. But I know it posted on both those. It should be there somewhere.
And if you're friends with me on Facebook, then you probably got it too, because it's on my thing.
Makio said Target had a 1-hour shopping spree for seniors and disabled, and it was outrageously priced.
Really?
Yeah.
They raised the prices?
That's price gouging. Kevin says they have a ton because they're old.
Yeah. Well, we can't have a ton because we got nowhere to put it. I'll tell you what, this old motorhome, every nook and cranny is full.
But we're just sitting here, so we can do that right now.
Yeah, you're going to have to...
And we're trying to limit how often we go to the store, so we tend to... Anyway.
Yeah, plus, like I say, the weather. The weather here, and they're saying severe weather tonight, so I don't know.
Well, I know Mojave Desert. I talked to my mom today. She said it's been raining like crazy there, and it hardly ever rains there. And I mean, it's been ongoing for months now. But they need it. Toilet paper is the next currency.
Yeah, watch.
Kevin keeps his in the safe.
Yeah, I watched something today. This guy opened like 5 or 6 safes and finally gets down this thing. There's one roll of toilet paper. What do they call it?
What
Food
are
point?
what are all you guys doing with your time? I mean, what are you doing? Give us some ideas.
This guy right here, he's something else. Elias is home. Yeah, your buddy. This guy and my grandson are just, man.
Simply Living says he got both our posts on Facebook.
Did you?
Yeah. All the gun stores have lines around the buildings.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, what's funny is all these people that are for gun control are all complaining about how long it's going to take to get their guns. But well, you push for that stuff, you get your wish, and then when you need it, you can't get it.
Bored. Yeah. Charlie Porch, bored. Nap, eat, nap, eat, nap, eat. Pooh says.
I'd be afraid to go buy ammunition now. I'm afraid they can track you by that or something.
I ran my rig for 2 hours yesterday, Doug said.
I need to run mine.
Yeah. If it wasn't for our grandson, I would be really, really bored. Although, our daughter and her fiance are revamping her house right now. So, that's kind of fun to watch. Spectator sport.
It's a good thing we're here because I got a lot of tools.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's having the drywall, the ceilings all the way through the house. It has like some kind of funky little tile things, and he wants to take them down.
Steve and Jackie. That's who Simply Living is. It just now hit me, Steve, who you guys are. Remember? They're in Casa Grande.
That's Arizona.
Yeah. Hey, Larry. How are you? Hope you're doing good. I guess I saw you finally made it up to Wyoming, where you'll be for the summer, with snow on the ground. At least you made it there, safe and sound.
Imagine it's cold there.
Yeah, snow on the ground. Yeah. Yep, super cold, he said. Yes, Doug D. It's Hanson with an E-N. Can't you hear it when you say it? He said, hi, Hanson with an O-N.
Handsome.
Julie got a serger today, making masks. Good.
Come on.
Gone south. Refresh my memory. Gone south. Who are you? Give me a name. Gone south. Won't let me go to their channel. And everybody's walking
Yeah, people
out for walks.
walking around. The dog goes crazy every time someone walks by. What?
Martin Nerwinski, spam is going to be the new currency. We ate a can that was 12 years old the other day, and it was just fine. Ah, gone south, Roby.
Oh, Roby.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Roby.
Cool. Very good.
What's that noise?
It's him doing song and stuff, I suppose.
Is it?
How are you, Roby? Where are you?
Is he still in Arizona?
I don't know. So I just asked him. Where is he? I know he was last time I saw him.
Yep. Well, I know it hasn't been exciting for us. Of course, I've been sleeping, probably 16, 18 hours a day. Trying to come off of this prednisone, man. I've been on it for like 6 years.
It's bad stuff.
All my joints, chest, everything is just aching. But it says it could take anywhere from a week to 6 weeks. And it took me, a month to taper down.
Yeah.
So it'll drive me to drinking if I don't quit hurting.
just create a new batch of problems for you.
Yeah. Oh, a whole bunch of new clicks.
Roby says, I'm great. I'm in San Antonio right now. It's too hot here. No kidding.
Yeah.
That's the wrong place to be. You're supposed to go north in the summer.
Well, it's 83 here in Little Rock right now, and but it's supposed to be 62 tomorrow is the high.
Arizona's horrible stuff for sure. Yes, it is, Larry. I wanted to head to Alabama Hills in California. It's public land, and they closed it. Yeah, anything public lands.
Well,
I don't know.
I have my own thoughts on that, and I don't know. I feel like we're being squeezed. We've had this discussion before, and every time I do, it makes for a bad situation with YouTube. They don't like me speaking my mind, you know.
Oh well.
But you know, us folks that live out here in RVs, we represent freedom. You know, they love nothing more than to be able to walk up and knock on a door. When the door opens, it's you standing there. That's what they want. And when you're in an RV, you can move around and you can go places. And you know, I mean, we're not doing anything wrong. We're going from place to place, working, doing our thing. And I mean, if they wanted to track us, I mean, these phones and Amazon and everything else could track us in a heartbeat.
Larry says prednisone is horrible stuff for sure. And he also says they have snow coming this weekend.
And that's where, Wyoming.
And Kevin said, Doug, notice it's called public land. Yeah. And Tim, hi Tim, Al Britton says prednisone has been known to cause stiffness from what I've heard.
Stiffless? No, that's called cage. That dog, I mean, he will not let us get close to each other for nothing, will he?
He's like a bookmark.
You try to move him, man, you get clawed or bit or whatever. He's got his spot, and that's where he's at. He's like the leader of the pack or whatever. So.
Stephen Jack here. He says, I'm hoping to head to North Dakota for a few weeks. Transmission failed, put me behind.
Well, we're supposed to be going to Montana here in a few weeks, right? Well,
Brian's not on public lands now, is he? Where did you say he found?
he's in Nevada.
But he's just like out in BLM, something like that.
Something, yeah.
Yeah. It's not a campground. Or,
He said he found a spot. He's not sure how long he'll be there,
yeah.
but
Anyway.
if he has problems, I'll just have him go he could live at Doug's house. Huh, Doug?
Gone south, North Dakota is not locked down. That's right. North Dakota is like the freest looking place in the whole country right now.
Well, it's like Arkansas, and
North
then
Dakota,
South Dakota, and then Iowa,
Nebraska,
and here. Those are the only ones that are you can free travel. No, there's no restrictions. In Iowa, I don't know. They'll probably restrict it like when it's all over with. They're a little behind the curve. At least what we've seen.
Oh, Larry, you're going to Montana for sugar beets after the summer job. Okay. Sydney, is that where you're going? I guess that's where they have more sugar beet jobs. I've been seeing posts, I know you have too, of the Grand Forks area, North Dakota, Minnesota, along the Red River. The Red River has way overshot the banks. It's flood stages again.
They're afraid it's going to take the bridges out.
Yeah, it's bad. The pictures are really bad. Those guys, they just can't catch a break. I don't know.
Shouldn't have made me mad, huh?
Yeah. Brian says, heck yeah, Brian, or Doug, heck yeah, Brian can stay on my lot in Overton near Valley of Fire.
I know he was looking hard. He was having a hard time.
Yeah.
Everywhere he went, the cops were waiting for him.
Kevin said, I understand they're using National Guard to search Rhode Island for New Yorkers.
Really? You know what was weird? I saw a thing one night. They actually had a semi truck with a reefer on it, backed up to the back exit out of a hospital, and they were bringing bodies out, loading this truck, putting these bodies in this truck. It's kind of scary.
Akio said she found a leak in her rig today.
Uh-oh.
Dun 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 dun. That's never good. Did you find out where it's coming in? Arkansas is looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I was watching something. Oh, I was watching a thing about Mike Love of the Beach Boys today. It was an interview. And they were showing all these old pictures of the California coast and everything. I'm thinking, man, those were such good old days.
Yeah.
Man, I loved growing up in California.
Tim wants to know, are we having these live chats every week? He almost missed this one and he loves watching us.
Well, should I tell him?
Sure.
Okay.
Then I'll find out too.
Well, we go back and forth. Well, let's have a live chat tonight. Okay. And then we don't do anything, and it's like, oh, we were supposed to have a live chat. Well, we'll put it. There goes my daughter. There goes my grandson.
Oh,
Should let Cage out. Anyway, so 2 days ago, I told Darla, I said, let's go ahead and put a deal on Facebook that we're going to have a deal on Wednesday. And then last night she gets her chair and she's all set up over here. And I go, what are you doing? She goes, well, we're going to do a live. And I said, that's tomorrow night. She looks at the thing, she goes, okay, puts her chair back.
I was 24 hours early.
Yeah.
I meant to be there. I don't know. If we try to put something down in stone, plans can change. So I think we're going to go week by week, but we'll try to give you more advance notice, like, posting on Facebook. And if you go to Economic Refugees RV and Economic Refugees RV group, we have 2 different Facebook pages, and I try to put the stuff on there, and it should come up on your feed if you're following us and putting us not as default but as first. It should show up in your feed for people that you like to see feeds from.
Well, and the bad part about it is, for us right now, we don't have a lot of content.
That's the problem.
We're not
making
going
videos.
anywhere.
It's like, what are you gonna do? Show them the backyard they've already seen,
Yeah.
and there's nothing going on. There's just nothing going on.
And the hard part for me, like when I'm working on stuff, she has to be holding the camera. And right now she's homeschooling our grandson.
Because of course school got canceled.
So I mean, the other day when I was doing moving everything all around, which now it's so much nicer, I really like it. But when I was
Mikio said she lost a friend over the weekend from Corona.
really,
Yeah. Sorry.
So
to
there
hear
you
that.
go, folks.
Sorry
I mean,
to hear
it's-
that, Mikio.
why didn't they give that person that stuff?
I don't know.
I don't know why they're not giving everybody that stuff.
It's just another one of those things that you can't understand about this whole.
That's why you want to get some of that Schweppes stuff, because if you get to a point where you know you've got it and you're not doing so hot, you can self medicate yourself. I'm finding that if you rely on government or you rely on these doctors and stuff, we are very fortunate to have a really, really great doctor, thanks to Doug. Thank you, Doug, again. The only trouble is he's in Nevada. And when you're a full-time RVer, we'll be going back there again to see him. But the trouble is when you have a problem, and you're 1,200 miles away or whatever you are, it's impossible to just turn and burn, you know. So
Larry, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Have a good summer. I hope this all turns around. Really do.
yeah,
Um, Doug says he loves our live chats.
does he?
Yeah. Steve and Jackie want to go back to Oregon after April, but all the public lands are closed and Thousand Trails isn't taking new reservations.
Yeah, well, that's what gets me too. Thousand Trails is running people out. That
Yeah.
one that Eric was at down there in Florida.
Fanatic.
I don't think it was Thousand Trails. It was the state of Florida
Yeah.
ran all those people out. I just don't. To me, I think that's what a cop sure go by here.
Makio said she's pretty sure the rain got in from an exterior outlet.
Yeah. Well, you just have to look around.
It's hard to find water leaks because that water runs. Can come in over here and then run down in the roof and come out another place.
Water will go uphill. It will. I mean, if water builds behind and there's pressure, when I was a kid, I worked in a Ford dealership and I worked in the new car service department. And we worked on all the new cars. And one of the things was wind leaks and water leaks and squeaks and rattles. And we fixed power seats and power doors and all that. But anyway, you get a water leak and, you know, you put the hose on one side of the windshield, you see the water coming in, but it was coming in on the other side. It's like, okay, and you run across and it wouldn't, and it would, for some reason it would come in and go across and drip, and you just never knew, you know.
Kevin says to do something fun for a video that you could break out the guitar and we could sing a song.
Yeah, let me practice Kumbaya this week, and we'll do it next time. Kevin, I think that bandana of yours is a little too tight. It's cutting off your air supply. Hi, Julie. I hope you're watching. You need to help that hubby of yours.
Okay, Tim says, I totally understand. I am subscribed to one Facebook, but not the other one. But I'll sign up for the other one as well. Okay, guys, thanks. Yeah, so when I very first started to try to get this thing lined up, Facebook let me make a Facebook page. And I titled it Economic Refugees RV. And then months down the road, it said, do you want to make a group page? And I'm like, well, yeah, I thought that's what I was making. So now I have 2 pages.
Can't we take the one off?
And I can't figure out how to get rid of the other one. I can't figure it out. But anyway.
Say some political crap. They'll get rid of it for you.
I know, right? Yes,
I have a couple
Larry,
of buddies.
We hope to see you on the road soon someday, too. Mikio says Dave is from Nova Scotia, Canada.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Dave,
her friend who passed away from
oh, yeah.
Corona. Terry Burns, how are you doing? Good to see you, too.
I have a couple of friends on Facebook, and most of the time they're both not on. They get put in jail.
Yeah.
Bob and Dave. They're always getting in trouble on Facebook.
Wow.
So they got all these sneaky little ones with different names, and but I'm not subscribed to them, so I don't see those.
Oh, my head hurts. My mouth hurts. You can merge the pages into one. I'll have to look into that, Makio.
I gotta say hi, Ron and Claudia.
Hi, Ron and Claudia. Yeah, they probably are on here. They can't. Claudia hasn't figured out how to message unless she's on her grandson's YouTube channel.
There are Quartzsite pals.
Yeah. And somebody asked if we'd heard from Terry from Quartzsite.
Terry Mutant.
Yeah, we haven't heard from him.
I did. He was in New Mexico, trying to decide what he
there, right? Yeah.
Trying to decide what he was going to do with that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway.
In Florida, we were in
Bill
Florida.
told you guys I have a toothache, and no dentists. There's no dentist, so.
They're not open. Everything. If you want to go to a dentist right now, you have to pay like Sunday night at midnight rates.
Yeah.
You know.
And this happens to be one under a crown. Yay.
So we got to go see Dr. Aaron back in. You know, the thing about it is, if it's something he did, he'll always take care of it. But I think it's your teeth are just had. You know, at least those ones in the back over here.
Yeah.
Need to get a drop-in thing or something, like I have, but you could just get a partial.
Yeah, but I've heard partials are not. They don't stay in your mouth that good, so I don't know.
Yeah, what's worse? They don't stay in your mouth that good, or
Kevin wants to give me the Southern Cure that he keeps talking about. Cures everything. Doug, I cannot believe you said that.
what did he say?
Pliers. I thought we were friends.
Just tie a string around her tooth and
oh man, hook it up
step
to
on
the motorhome.
the motorhome and go.
God, I love you too, Dougie.
Well, we got about 15 more.
Close for toothache, Pooh says.
Yeah, we got about 15 more minutes, folks, and we're going to pull the plug. So if you have any questions or any answers,
Yeah, the thing of it is now, Makio, you gotta wait till it dries out before you seal it. She said she thinks she forgot to reseal an exterior plug outlet.
is it up high or down low?
Who's DLS that says pliers are cheaper? I don't know about that.
I've got pliers. She just won't let me put them in her mouth.
You
She don't want my tool in her
I'm
mouth.
not that tough. Yeah, I heard you. This is a family channel. Cloves only work when soaked in whiskey.
What?
Kevin says cloves only work when they're soaked in whiskey.
Yeah.
Down low above the bumper. That's where she thinks the leak is, from an outlet there.
Well,
So the floor got wet, I guess.
so just burn around it with some silicone.
Yeah, don't you have to wait till it dries out first?
Well, you blow it off with some air. You got an air compressor.
Yeah. Did you hear that, Makio?
Then you might see where it's at too.
Yeah.
See more water blowing in.
Iodine. I don't have any iodine.
Oh, we're up
Terry
to 20.
Mutant, we were talking about you. That's what you missed.
Okay, everyone, stop talking.
Shh.
Shh, shh.
He's here.
Terry's here.
Everybody
were
was
asking.
wondering where you were at and if we'd heard from you.
And I said you were in New Mexico. That's where you were at the last time I talked to you.
And I have a toothache. And Makio's motorhome leaked.
We only made 9 trips to Mexico to get her teeth fixed, and she got another toothache.
Yep. And no dentists.
Should buy us a house.
Huh?
You should buy us a house
Why?
so we can get a dentist. What is that?
AC in the bedroom.
No, it's some kind of motorcycle. It's not a Harley.
So if I buy us a house, we'll get a dentist?
Well, yeah, you know, if you live in a house, you have to have a dentist. Don't you think? Yes,
I have
no?
a dentist. He's
Yeah.
just in another country.
Yeah, hopefully we can go over there. We stay in contact with him throughout the year, and he said that he's got no business right now. It's really slow.
I think I'm really glad that Kevin and Doug and Pooh are not my dentists, though. They've got some ideas.
And Kevin's just mean.
Oh, and Tim, too. He's chiming in.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys can piss her off because I get
says-
hit.
He says, be sure to use the snap-on pliers and not any of that cheap China crap.
I don't have.
We don't want Darla catching the Chinese flu.
My toolbox is mostly snap-on.
Come to Arkansas, Terry. Most of the Constitution still. Most of it, yeah.
So what else do we have to talk about? What we should have did is a drone flight. You haven't
Yeah.
flown your drone in a long time.
Mm-mm.
Batteries are probably
corroded.
Yeah.
I wanted to go over to the school over here and take Elias and
How close
fly
is the
around.
school?
Like a block or two away.
You just got to be careful because the Air Force Base over here, there may be
I don't think I'm going that
restrictions.
high.
Yeah.
It's on beginner.
So I don't know if you guys know who Indian Larry is, but Indian Larry was a old-time motorcycle guy, built a lot of really cool bikes, and we met him in Custom Chrome, and he had been on the biker build build off, and he had won, and he had this bike there, and I was talking to him about, I'll sit on it, man. So I was sitting on it, and sat there, and I talked to him for a long time, and this bike was just absolutely beautiful. Well, he actually died. He had a bike that he always rode, and he would stand on the seat and stick his hands out and just let the bike go down the road. He'd just be standing on the seat. Well, he had an aneurysm, and he fell off the bike and got killed. He was dead before they hit the ground, they said. Well, the bike that I sat on and his bike that he rode all the time sold for $300,000 the other day. I mean, wow, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Especially for the bike that he died on. But I mean, the one bike was probably worth about $40,000, and his personal bike was probably worth about $25,000. They got full price for that stuff. That was amazing.
Going back for a minute to my toothache, DLS, yeah, I do grind. Well, I don't grind my teeth, I just clench my jaw at night when I sleep. So much so that I wake myself up because it's hurting so bad.
I can't hear it because she snores so loud. I can't hear the grinding.
Makio said the rig shell and floor is fiberglass and it's drying nicely on its own as long as it doesn't rain again.
Do you ever drive that thing? Or do you just work on it?
Makio?
Makio.
She drove it to Oregon, remember?
Well, now she needs to drive it to Quartzsite one time.
Yep.
It doesn't rain there.
Makio says, rest in peace, Indian Larry.
Yeah, Indian Larry. He's been dead for years. But he was a really super nice guy. We met a lot of cool people when we were in
But
the
it just
motorcycle
reminded
world.
you because his bike's just now sold,
They
right?
just sold, yeah, like 2 weeks ago. But you didn't meet, but Evil Knievel and Robbie Knievel and Peter Fonda and Branscombe Richmond and a lot of big namers.
Why didn't I think of that, DLS?
What?
Says stop it and it will be good again. Kevin says, what's happening to famous YouTubers? Has old Bob moved his van to a cave yet?
Well, I tell you what, man, the old RVers they're in a bad situation, man. I'm glad. I'll tell you what. I'm so glad we didn't stay down there in Florida. If we would have, we'd be in big trouble because we wouldn't have been able to work and we wouldn't have been able to make money, and we'd be paying probably $600 or $700 a month for a nothing RV spot. And I mean, we got it made here. I mean, we had to.
Yes, Terry, we are still in Arkansas.
Yeah, we had to put a pipe in, actually tied into the washing machine drain line underneath the house, and I got a macerator. We said that right? Macerator.
Mm-hmm.
And that works pretty good. Pretty surprised. It's a little scary because the whole time you're using it, you're always afraid it's gonna pop off or something. Anyway, it works pretty good. And that was the only other thing we needed. We have 50 amp service, we have water, and now we have a macerator and a drain. So
We're set.
yeah, before we used to have to unhook and get it ready for the road, and drive about 10 miles and dump and then come back. But now we don't even have to move.
Makio says she didn't go to Arizona in January.
I know she did.
And I know why. And she was worried about you.
She was worried about me.
I'm still worried about him, honestly.
Yeah. I'm worried about me.
Doug, I see lithium and solar in your future. Thank you, Makio. You guys give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Either way, it gets me traction on the channel.
Lithium and solar. Yeah, well, I thought about it, but the trouble is that the expense of it, by the time you get all done, man, it's pretty expensive, and diesel fuel is pretty cheap, you know. In our generator, we just run it for an hour or two a day, and that's all we have to do. You know, everywhere we go, I mean, we're usually hooked up.
DLS, I do sleep with a mouth guard. Problem is it tends to it's really uncomfortable. And so I'll sleep with it for a while, and then I don't use it for a while, and then I get teeth problems like this. The last time I was at the dentist, he told me, you need a mouth guard. You're fracturing your teeth. I was going to get one next year. Now maybe I won't have any teeth left to have to worry about getting one for.
Get some teeth like I have.
You're talking about Florida. Nomadic Fanatics says the governor has now ordered all RVs and people that have rental cabins to leave the state.
Right.
Yes. Yep. Diesel's $2.35 a gallon right here in Arkansas.
No, right now it's like
This is what Kevin said.
it's $2.39.
$2.35. Diesel.
I thought it was cheaper than that over here.
Maybe. Doug says he found 100 amp lithium for $290 a piece.
I got the Trojan 105s, and I put water in them once a month, and they're good to go.
You know what, Terry? I thought it was kind of entertaining. He said, I hate speech to text sometimes because it came out no-matic.
Oh, yeah?
Fanatics.
Yeah. That's Terry Burns, though, right?
Terry Burns, yeah.
Mr.
Where
Mutant
else
still
did-
here?
Who?
Terry Mutant.
Terry Mutant, are you still around? Are you still with us? Really, Makio? My goodness.
We should do one of those things like,
Gas in Santa Fe, Terry says, is $1.80. So he is here. Terry Mutant's still here.
yeah, we should do one of those things where, like, what's his name? Ignatic?
Enigmatic?
Yeah, whatever. Jamie.
Enigmatic.
Go out in the desert and do where we work on everybody's rigs.
I'm not really
but
here.
just do Class A's. Diesel pushers,
Yeah,
that's it.
we should do that.
We should do that.
We'd be on a roll right now.
Right now we couldn't do it. We should just do it at what you call it?
Okay.
Lazy days.
Roby says he got those batteries, the lithiums. He did get some solar, but these batteries seem to work okay.
I guess the problem with them is you can't charge them below freezing.
I don't know.
I learned. And then they
Makio,
have to pulse.
how are your friends stuck? I mean, the governor did tell everybody that doesn't belong there to leave,
Skedaddle.
unless that's where their residence is, maybe. I don't know. Dougie wants you to give Kevin his phone number so he can get him the link for those batteries.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Well, you guys start saying goodbye. So we're going to call it a night.
Hey, what's this Class A business? I got a Class C, Makio says. It's just a dream.
Yeah, we don't have enough time to work on Class C's.
You should talk. This thing's always got something wrong with it.
Yeah, well,
I have Trojan 105s,
that's what I have.
Roby says.
That's
yeah,
what I have.
Yeah. Charlie, we talked to Brian, how long ago?
2 days ago.
2 days ago. He's okay. He's a little lonely though, because Kelly took off. And stuff's so uncertain. I guess she had some stuff she had to take care of, and they don't know how long it'll be before they're back together again. Tim, I do think gate guarding's gonna suffer. I do.
I talked to James the other
Yeah.
day, and they
I
gave
don't
a
see how it
quote on
can't,
like
though.
60 gates or something.
I don't know.
You know, you never
Our
know.
son-in-law's in the oil business too, so I'm really hoping that it holds, because he needs that job.
Well, I heard Trump today on his little thing. He was saying he wasn't going to let the oil business die. So I don't know. I don't know how he's going to keep everything afloat.
Makira says that's why I didn't go to Arizona, Bill,
Why?
because of her Class C
Yeah.
and all its many little bugs and whatnot.
Yeah, they're all pretty much the same.
Did see Stan from Sasnak is selling his Provost and going back to trucking. We saw that too.
Yeah. Now he's building a cargo trailer.
Thank you, DLS. I appreciate the suggestions anyway. Right now, if I could just get it to stop hurting, I don't know. I just don't even know. I took a round of antibiotics a while ago, and it was good for about 2 months, and now it's back again, just as bad. I can't live on antibiotics though.
What, some prednisone?
Anyways, guys, we do appreciate all of you 20 logging on and joining us for a while.
Yeah, thanks for being here, and we will see you again soon.
And everybody stay well.
Yeah. We'll try to do another one next week. Just
And
depends
it'll be
on
on
what's going
Facebook.
on.
We'll post it. I'll probably do it at least the day before and the morning of again, if we do it. Wild turkey. Everybody's thinking we should just like sauce me up, but I won't feel anything.
All right, guys.
All right, you guys. Thanks
Have a good
very
one.
much.
Thank you.
Happy quarantine.